The 10 things I pack in my backpack for a 6-month trip, guaranteed. Let's go. I'm James. I've been traveling on and off since 2013 to over 70 countries. And these are the 10 things I just have to pack in my backpack, not suitcase, when I go away on a big trip. Let me know what you think. Let's get stuck in.
First up on my list is of course the backpack itself, the Osprey Farpoint 40 litre, which is right here. Holds about 10 to 12 kilograms easily, I should say. But if you're looking to carry this on instead of checking it in, you are fine on the major airlines. The smaller airlines had a bit of a problem because it can be a little bit too big for the seat underneath, so you need to get that space above. But as a backpack, I love it because it's got this contraption here, opens up. That is where you house your Kindle or your laptop or anything that's a bit important. It's got a nice cover there and protection in there. When you open it up, I do love the space in here and the straps to hold stuff together. I like the little extra bit here which I use for my dirty laundry. This little zip pocket here. And overall, a great backpack. They're well known. I just love it. Just sturdy, reliable, great for hiking, great for backpacking around for 6 months. And even if you just want a bit of a pack for the day, a bit big for that, but still doable for that as well. Overall, just a great bag. Cheers, Osprey. If you want to send me a new one, that'd be great. Next up on my list are these little things. And these are loop earplugs. I'm a huge fan. Tiny little things, here they are. Look. Great because I'm a light sleeper, so not great if I'm staying in hostels because I'll hear everything. And even for those paper thin walls that you get in Vancouver in the apartments, these are crucial. So I had about a couple of years where I couldn't find any good earplugs, and then I found Loop. I saw it probably advertised on Amazon or something, bought some, and they are a godsend. I've not changed since, and I would never change to anyone else. And you get different earbuds to attach to make sure that you can attach your ear size in there. So Loop earplugs, absolute game changer, absolute must. Next up, Grayl Waterbottle, because inside it has a filter. Now, when I'm packing for my trip in November to Central America, there's going to be some hikes where there's no water source. And if there is, it's pretty bad. So I need one of these so I can drink water. Because the best thing about this is any dirty water, any type of water, even from the tap in Lebanon, which I used it for, or in Langtang Valley in Nepal, you pop your water in there, you filter it down, and it turns into drinking water. I recently used it on a hike in BC, up Garibaldi Lake, because I drank the glacial water there. Absolutely fine. Once you get over the trust issues that you have, like me, not sure if it's going to work, because if it doesn't, you're going to be ill. Great accessory for traveling. So Grayl water bottle. Can't say anything better than that. They're just an absolute game changer and a must if you're traveling to off the beaten path type of destinations. Cheers, Graham. Next up, more content based for me is their Zoom H6. This bad boy. The reason why, I'm a podcaster and a YouTuber, and I love collating noises, so these two bits up here are great for collating sounds around the city. If you're hiking around the lakes, the forest noises, great for that. You can then record your interviews. I've got a few lined up in El Salvador with microphones, XLR cable in here, so they can plug in. You get 4 channels, so there's a group of you, great. And that records onto the SD card in the H6, so that's a game changer. You can also attach other microphones like a lavalier mic in a little bit here. You can see that just about there. So if you're just like me, probably speaking to a camera like this today, you can pop something in there, record the SD card like that. It just is a versatile, great product, slightly pricey. You are going to pay big money for something that's good, but that is a game changer to cover all bases such as podcasting, collating noises, YouTubing, and even just speaking to myself like this. What else do you want? We're taking that with me. Next up, pretty obvious, most people have these days, and that's noise cancelling headphones. As you can see, I've worn them quite a bit. Look at that, look. These are Bose, and played around with Plantronics, they're pretty good as well. But these are probably my favourites because they cancel everything out noise-wise, and they're just comfortable and reliable. Had them for quite a few years now, and I've pretty much worn them every day. They are starting to wear and tear a little bit, but the quality is just as good. And the reason I need these is because, like I said before, I'm a light sleeper. Even if I read something, I probably need to cover my ears just to get that silence. So I don't use them too much when I'm traveling because I want to get the noises and the sounds of the local area, or of the forest I'm in, or the volcano, whatever it is. But for airplanes, public transport, these are a godsend.
Let's take a break there after number 5. Do you find any of this useful? If so, hit the subscribe button and get notified of more content coming your way in 2024 going into 2025. I've got some trips coming up in Central America, so keep an eye out for those. I just love sharing tips, travel recommendations, countries, facts, geography, history, all the above. I love coffee with a view. That's probably my mantra. I don't like going in deep water. There's a bit about me. If that resonates with you, hit subscribe, and thanks for following.
Next up, a bit of clothing for you. Just recently bought this actually. This is Outdoor Research, one of these tops. As you can see there. There we go, one of those. This is great just for walking around, hiking, day to day. You can sweat away, not worry about it, it'll dry off. And I think they're kind of good for a light accessory or clothing in your backpack. And they're durable and they're good for any type of weather. So if you're sweating in 30 degrees in, so I don't know, Central Republic of Africa or whatever, that would be great. But if you're kind of a bit cold in the mountains, this will keep you warm. It does everything. And it's on sale. I mean, I don't know, 30, 40, 50 Canadian dollars, absolute bargain. So that's a must for all weathers. Couple of bits of footwear actually. Lost count of what I'm doing, but these are my favourite footwear. Vessis, not really paid to say it at all, but they are just unbelievable for waterproof materials. Day to day, hiking, walking, just an unbelievable product. I wore some last year every day on my year trip. They lasted pretty well. They actually did wear down a little bit, but I did wear them for thousands of miles. So I bought some more, and I would never buy anything else because they're super comfortable as well. So Vessi, I think they're called everyday hiking shoes or everyday shoes. They're pretty good. They've got some varieties of different ones you can have for hiking or just other activities. One of the oldest brands I've always had is San UK flip-flops. San UK. Randomly found these in Hawaii. I was hiking up next to Lanai Beach to a little viewpoint, and my current flip-flops at the time broke about halfway up. Had one foot on the gravel and stones, pretty painful. And I was like, oh great, I got to the top, got some photos, great, but now I've got to get back down. So the first thing I had to do when I got back down is walk along the amazing Lanai Beach, soft sand, brilliant, but then go and find some flip-flops. So I found a shop just as I left the beach. They had some flip-flops on the counter there. Picked these ones because I felt the sole here is like a spongy yoga mat. I thought, oh, they feel comfortable. Bought some, couldn't believe what I was buying. So that was a winging it transaction. And then those ones lasted 4, 5, 6 years. Bought some more, and I just wouldn't change or go with anyone else. So over 10 to 12 years, 2 pairs of San UK flip-flops, and I wouldn't have anyone else. One app that I find essential for my travels, recently actually, the last couple of years, is TravelSpend, because these guys can track all your expenses in the currencies that you spend it in, and you can total up and keep track of how much you spend on your trip. We used them for our year trip last year, and it's quite interesting to see how much we spent, because previously haven't really kept much tabs on how much I spent. I had a rough idea, but it wasn't too stringent on it. But TravelSpend is a great app. It's easy to use, and I think it even might be free, but then you can pay to use it as well for the extra features. So TravelSpend is a great app to use for budgeting on your travels.
You may notice on this section I say S, but I mean Z. So it's a Sony ZV-1. That's my camera. Just give me a bit of slack when I say S.
And lastly, my tech. So what I use to record this video and any content for roaming with Hamo, and even any video podcasts for Winging It Travel podcast, I use a Sony SV1 with a Rode VideoMic attached to it. That, for me, is the perfect setup. It's light, it's durable, it's great quality. I do have a Canon camera, which I don't mind using, the EOS, but for me, quite big, bulky, I needed something to use that was smaller and a bit more lightweight in my backpack, so I chose that Sony SV1, and that for me is a great choice, and the Rode mic has always been there for any type of content like this, with the mic over the camera speaking to you guys. So that is what I pack for a 6-month backpacking trip. Let me know what you pack below, or if I'm missing a vital item, I like to see and read them and hear about them. And if you've got any comments on my gear or my tech or my clothes or my backpack, let me know. Cheers. A little bonus extra for you. This is a bit more personal. The bonus extra that I have to carry around these days is Imodium. Bit of a weak stomach. It's pretty new, last 5 or 6 years, probably since I moved to Canada. And I can't risk eating local food, which I love in certain countries, and then getting sick. I've had it so many times, different countries, ranging from France to Oman to Japan, to places in Central America and South America. I just can't take the risk because it rules me out in the immediate term for stress, because I need to find a toilet, and I probably go 6-7 times. It's not going to details, so I need to take them on the go, so I make sure I have enough of those tabs just to keep me going. If you check the show notes below, there'll be a blog attached to this video for extra thoughts on all of those things, and I might even chuck in a few extra ones that I've used throughout the years just to freshen it up. So you can head to roamingwithhamo.com. The website is in the show notes. And even if you like, comment, like it, share it with your friends. If you'd like to head to a podcast of mine, the Winging It Travel podcast, you can head to the show notes with a link in there too. I interview people on a weekly basis, as well as document my own travels. It's probably about 2/3 guest conversations and 1/3 of my own travels. Got some great interviews coming up the rest of this year. And of course, I've got my trip coming up in November, which I'll do another podcast episode about nearer the time, and also another video like this. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, and make sure you keep track of all the content that's coming this way. Cheers. Please follow and subscribe to my YouTube channel today, and let's go and see the world. Cheers, Hamo.